Okay, this is going to be race 3. We have moved out into a sea breeze. The wind offshore is at 275 and the wind here is at 240. So I think the wind's going to come from the right of that ship. You got crew more up over here. I still think the pin end's favored. You got crew right here. A couple of cupcakes around him. You got Ansgar right here and Brock there. Brock's in a really tight spot here. I gotta think, God, at that angle with the pin there, I gotta think the pin's favored. Oh. So crew is over. Ansgar got out very well here. Brock is struggling to get out of here. So the wind has dropped off for this race 3 from about 7-8 knots to about 4 or 5. Big ship up here is definitely going to throw a huge light spot down the course here. Okay, you guys are over early, but you played the left side pretty good here. I don't know if you came out having gained a ton, but you didn't go under the tanker. All these boats over here get to the tanker, get light air, and then tack again. All these boats here have played the left side of the tanker really well. So the tanker really controlled this beat. So it looks like 9046 here, looks like you're back in the top 10 or so, just by playing that well. Ansgar had a great start and played. As soon as he got into the lead of the tanker, he tacked back out. Played that perfectly. Okay, comparing kites, main in a little bit. Looks pretty much the same. This pole's a little higher maybe, but clues are level. Jack Egan came around in 4th. Watch how much his kite moves. See if he gains on the run here. Diego 580, still figuring out downwind. These guys struggled in the last Perry downwind. Struggled today downwind so far. So I anticipate Jack will pass him. Brock did a good job playing left. Really rough start. Played left upwind really well to the left of that lee of the tanker. And then crew right back here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not bad with an OCS. Started over early. Got forced over the line by a lured boat. Pole looks good, probably ready to raise the pole up, but the clues are level, so that looks nice. Race 4, you see the weather mark is in the race committee boat, so a good crew or a good skipper already sees them moving the mark. So they're not announcing it in this one, they're just moving mark. There it goes, in the water. Okay, so this has been race 4, remember, is all starboard downwind. You're only on port for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds here. And then I would probably be playing, again, left middle. I didn't take a look upwind here. If I look upwind, it looks still a little bit breezier on the left.
Thank you, let's go. Just a little bit, moving down towards the end.
You guys sit with your main further out than Brock and Jack Egan there. I don't suspect a big speed problem downwind, but we have to experiment with that before JOs. We got a speed test downwind and keep trying a little bit different main angles. This is a solid 8 knots here, so I think boom out is better as it builds, because the kite is further out. Okay, I think the last race for Saturday, race 4, I don't think the pin's as favored as it was. We got a triangular course. The first reach looks pretty low. The second reach looks pretty tight. These are all things you should be looking at. Brock is kind of buried here. That's gonna work out fine. Peter Bush just gave Brock a little bit of room there. Crew got off the line pretty good to windward of a cupcake there. Oh no, Diego's not a cupcake, but Crew got off pretty well down there. So all three guys left middle, very good. Here goes Brock breaking out to the right. The wind shadow is not going to be as big a factor, but the wind shadow is just ahead of 9278, that boat on the right there. So you got to be a little careful crossing under that thing. Last race was dictated, the first beat was dictated by that ship. Okay, just a good shot there. These guys finally get a chance to hike. Haven't had a lot of chance to sail hard in a 420 lately. So just a good view there. They're probably fourth right now. And then you look over here, Ansgar 10153 is probably first. Brock there is just trucking 9299. I have a feeling he's going to eat people up upwind. He's just been going so fast as soon as this breeze came up. I think he's playing the main harder than a lot of people, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. Brock just went through a light spot, but there is a huge puff coming in front of him, if you can see it, right on the other side of that current line. So these guys are going to come around. It's going to be full on reach, I think, although it looks like a relatively low angle. They're going to have plenty of pressure here. Yeah, he did good here. He came out of his tack with a ton of speed. Okay, Ansgar coming around first. There's Crew tacking. Crew's going to come around in fourth. Almost overlapped for third. Ansgar going low, good job, initially low. Jack Egan in second. And then Ansgar heads back up. Now we're gonna find out a lot about who's fastest on the reaches. This will be important for JOs because we'll use trapezoids at JOs. We've got to work on our reaching. We want the clues level on the reaches. We want the jib luffing at the top a tiny bit. And we got to experiment with board height on reaches too. I think board up just enough to neutralize the helm, but not completely neutralize the helm. If we raise the board too high, we lose power also. Crew did a great job here, moved into third. A lot of heel to leeward. We can also determine how much weather helm works. You know, does weather helm work, neutral helm? All those things we got to work on long before JOs. There's Brock there in fifth. He'll probably catch Diego there. Oh, that's not Diego. Okay, kind of frustrated here. It was extremely low reach. Everybody's way the hell up there. Crew and Tristan with nothing barely in the top six should have been sailing straight at the leeward at the first reach mark instead of following those guys high, because the problem now is they're going to jibe and they're going to get 2 or 3 boats behind them jibe on top of them. So anybody, you know, especially for a team that could be top 3 at this event, if they're out of the top 6 every race, you take more risk in that 4th race, and you guys should have been going low road compared to everybody else here. Give yourself a chance to win a race. As it is now, you're going to jibe and get pounced on. Now the second reach is going to be really tight. Okay, we got a battle for first here. It's great practice right now. Oops. So Brock did great there. Brock's in 3rd from 5th now. Just sailing really well today. Having a little hard time beating the top 2, but just consistent. amazing. He got rolled, but he's hanging somehow. Wow. How'd he do that? Brock may be able to make something up here, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Just some really good shots here. So Jack and Ansgar lost their lead by having to do the lumping battle. The American kite rounded right with the pink kite here. Just a total different dimension once the breeze comes on in speed. It just goes lower and faster. And then it actually turned out about even. So our higher angle maybe worked okay. Worried you guys have the vang on though. I see overbend wrinkles. If you have overbend wrinkles in the main, downwind, the book says that's going to slow you down because it's going to make your main flatter. It looks hooked to me. And you can see the overbend wrinkle in there too. So I think you're just sailing with too much vang. I mean, here Jack was going lower. I thought he gained on you and he didn't. Your vang's tight. I thought he'd gain on you and he didn't. So everything seems to be fine. Okay, last start. I flags was up, so it's round the ends rule. Ansgar here, Crew to windward of him, so Crew should be trying to squeeze up away from Ansgar. Get away, run away. Brock, perfect position, 9299. He's got a cupcake. He's got good position. A little conservative on that start. Yep, that's good. That was the boat to windward him. So then he squeezes off Diego there, and he's all good. So nice work. Crew got shot out the back here, but he should be okay if he can just cross. Nice cross. Oh, he didn't cross. Too bad. Those guys need a good race. Nice work. So the guy who's working the hardest out here, rounds first, he's just playing the main more, working harder, hiking harder. Ansgar second, looked like Crew's gonna come around in fourth. Good job. Nice set there, come on. Nice. Get away. Okay, so the last race you got rolled by Jack. Look how tight Jack's main is. And look where your main is, it's luffing. See how your main's luffing? Gotta remember that when you sail on a reach, the spinnaker's trimmed around to the side so the slot is closed. Look at the main luff. That's why those boats rolled you. You had your main. Look at Jack's main, it's twice as tight as yours. So you're sailing with the main too far out. Main luff, see that luff? That's why you're going slow on the reaches. The slot's closed on the spinnaker, that's why it's luffing.